And, by the way, our volume should be well, my volume should be okay now. It's not it shouldn't be as glaring as it was, in last night's stream, and I do apologize again for my viewers for that. Yeah, my volume was at 200%, so that but anyway, Kitty, good morning.
Good morning.
We lost an hour. How's it feel?
Well, for me personally, since I've been traveling back and forth from the East and West Coast and this time change, I think I'm going to pass out.
Okay. Well, we'll keep this short. We will definitely keep this short.
Yeah.
All right. So, guys, we're going to be going over our spoiler review for the movie The Adam Project, which dropped on Netflix on Friday. And we're going to go into that just after this. All right. So, I did a non spoiler review the other day on this,
Mhm.
and I spoke to you, and you couldn't wait to see it. I'm like, all right, good. Once you're done seeing it, we'll review it together. Spoilers. So that's why we're here. We're going to get into it. I'll start with you.
Mhm.
Kitty, what did you think of the film? And that's it.
I absolutely love this movie. Um, the first 30 minutes into it, I just couldn't get enough. I was just kind of finishing up work and I just put it away because I was just so into everything about it. The younger version of Adam and the older version of Adam, them going back and forth, the banter was
Yep.
just right on. It was just superb. They were just cracking me up. And the action of like the sci-fi and how it ties into everything else I enjoy in this world
Mm-hmm.
was just so amazing. And just kind of it kind of also had that like as a kid for me because I really enjoyed like ET. It kind of had that like
Oh, yeah, you know what? I didn't even correlate. No. That's actually good that yeah. I can
yeah,
see that now. Yeah, yeah. And I
yeah.
love DT, yeah.
It kind of had that kind of like warm and fuzzy feeling like that
Mm-hmm.
movie did. And I just and I lost my father, so it kind of had like that really like touching moment for me, and I just broke out the tissue boxes. Like I'm about to tear up now. It was just everything about the movie just hit home, and I just loved it. It's just I can't say enough good things, and I love Ryan Reynolds and I love Zoe Saldana so much, and I even love Mark Ruffalo. So it's just like everything
Wait.
about
No
it.
love for Jennifer Garner?
I mean, I'm not a huge fan. I'm
No.
not gonna
All right.
lie, especially after she played Electra. I'm just like, wah, wah.
All
But
right.
she's so sweet, and
Yeah.
I loved her in this movie. So it was just I just can't say enough about this movie. I loved everything about it. It was great. I can't say a negative thing about the movie. I'm sorry, I can't.
Look, again,
Wait,
it's
no,
not it, what
I can. I can say a negative about. I
do it.
do not like Catherine Hahn
No, Catherine Keener.
or Catherine Keener.
Yeah.
Sorry, I always
No,
get
it's all
them mixed
right.
up.
No, it's
Yeah,
all right.
yeah,
You
yeah,
got the Catherine part right, but Catherine
yeah,
Keener.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, not as an actress. You just hated her character.
No, I just don't like her as an actress and
Oh,
her
really?
character.
All right. I don't mind. I
No,
don't mind. I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind Catherine Keener. I
no.
like her in
And the
other things that
40-year-old
she's in.
virgin, she's
I
just
liked
got
her
a
there.
yeah, she's got a very punchable face.
All right, I can see that. But
Yeah.
look again, as I said in my non-spoiler review, because it was the only thing I could really say at that point. Is it a perfect movie? No. It had some flaws, especially anytime you're dealing with time travel. Obviously, there's always that, whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
But
if
they
we're gonna
kept
get
it.
into those specifics, Joe.
Yeah, they kept it realistic as possible for a movie of that nature. But yeah, I said this in my non-spoiler review. It's the dynamic between the two of them, the 12-year-old him, and then and obviously the adult version him. And you had said that Walter Scobell's the one who played young Adam. That's the first thing he's done,
Mhm.
which
First
is
thing is
amazing because he nailed that part so well. And I said the not only the dichotomy between the two is one thing, but for him to embody the character and to portray a young Ryan Reynolds, to believe like, oh wow, that's actually Ryan Reynolds probably when he was 12 years old, was really good. And the emotional aspect that you said that you got from it having lost your father, I also got
Mhm.
similar emotional what do you call it, from emotion from it, because of how I lost my mom.
Right.
And that scene, with him coming from the future and seeing his mom and, talking to her at the bar, trying to comfort her, but at the same time, you could tell he just wanted to hug her and stuff like that. It was
Mhm.
just that did it for me. There were those elements too. And of course, the elements of the father, and with Mark Ruffalo, and him dying, and him even realizing what's about to happen to him and still embracing that. There was a lot of things that I loved about this film. But yeah, I mean, you had brought up ET. I had said in my non-spoiler review, there's a lot of there's Star Wars elements to it.
Mhm.
Obviously, Back to the Future. Back to the Future is referenced. There's even a Deadpool reference in this with the superhero landing
Yep.
that young Adam does
Yep.
in the end scene. But also too, and there's no surprise why we like this. So the director is Sean Levy, right, or Levy, however you want to pronounce it, Levy. He's directed Free Guy. He's actually done some Stranger Things episodes, and he did other things. I think he's going to do Deadpool 3, because it says in his future things that Deadpool 3 is on there as far as upcoming projects. But he's got his hands tied. I mean, Just Married. There was a bunch of things that he has done over the years. You ever see Just Married with Ashton Kutcher and
Yes, I have.
Brittany Murphy? I love that.
Mhm. Yep.
Um, but yeah, there was a lot of things that he did, but it shows, because I loved Free Guy, and so did you.
Yes, I did.
We love Stranger Things.
Yes.
So there's a lot of things, a lot of DNA from him, that from those shows that are in this, and and just the feel, and yeah, like you said, there's not a lot you could say, when there's not enough we can say about this as far as how much we liked it. Um, and I wasn't able to say in the non spoiler review, because I didn't know if it was a spoiler, but Zoe Saldana's character plays Laura, who's um, Ryan Reynolds' wife in the future. And I mean, we knew when she says, we'll find each other. If our love is real, we'll find each other. And, just how they found each other at the end. Again, another scene, another cheesy scene, but I loved it.
Yeah,
I
loved
loved
it.
it. I did so many things about this, but I don't honestly, I can't see anybody watching this movie and not liking it. Especially if you're a Ryan Reynolds fan,
Yeah.
you know what to expect. You know the humor to expect. You know again, and it's gonna, from start to finish, it's not gonna stop, because that's just the way he is. That's his personality. Those quick, sarcastic quips, or just his humor in general, and that's why I enjoy his movies so well. But what did you think of? Because you said Catherine Keener is you're not crazy about that, but what did you think of her character in Maya Sorian and what she did? So obviously Maya Sorian was Mark Ruffalo's partner, and at one point in the future, she goes back in time and gives her knowledge to
Yeah.
invest in corporations to build an empire, to basically overthrow and overtake after Mark Ruffalo passes. After his character, what's his name? Lewis? Can't remember. Yeah, Lewis Reed.
Lewis.
After Lewis Reed dies. So, what did you think of that angle? What did you think of that character, Maya Sorian?
I couldn't stand her. I'm sorry. I mean, you know what was weird is at the I thought that, her older self, there was moments and times in the movie where I'm like, her older self is just awful. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But her younger self, I was like, how does her younger self have like, has kind of like a heart? She has kind of like a moral duality. It was just like, you could tell she doesn't want to do these bad things. Like, she's trying to do the right things at moments. Where did she twist?
So, from what I've come to think is, I think the growing theme. I want to put this the right way. I think the growing theme with all the characters is an absence of something,
Mhm.
whether it's love, but there's an absence of something, right?
Right.
Almost like everybody needs a fucking hug, and nobody's hugging each other. Ryan Reynolds is doing it for his wife. He lost his wife.
Right.
Uh, young Adam, young Adam lost his father, and also as he got older, lost his mother because he treated his mother like a dick. I think Maya never didn't have anyone. She only
Right.
had her
Her
work.
work. Yeah.
So she was missing, whether it's love, she was missing something. And I think that's where she just got to the point as an older, at an older age to be bitter, and that happens with anybody.
And you know what I also was thinking? Because there was just so many references of this in a movie, like Lewis got into a car accident. I was just like, was she responsible for that?
I was thinking that too. It's never really said, right? But
Hmm.
because, well, hold on a second. You actually just gave me knowledge that I didn't even know. Where was that? When was that said about the car accident?
Well, it's supposed to, they said, because this is like really confusing.
Because
Because
I was trying to, I don't know if we were ever told how he died because he never
no,
wanted to know
yeah, he never wanted to know how he
how
died
or where, like how
or
and when. I
how or
mean,
where.
how
Yeah,
and
and
when.
all
Yeah,
we know is he died of a car accident.
he does die
So
of a car accident. I didn't know that.
yes, he dies in a car accident. So we learned that he died in a car
Shit.
accident
Okay.
early on in the movie.
Yeah, maybe she was responsible. I mean, I wouldn't put it past her.
So I'm just like, so she, they gave all this, he gave all this knowledge. He's responsible for basically grandfathering time travel.
Yeah, yeah, he did. Yeah,
So it's just like she's just a financial whatever backing of whatever, and she wants to be the person of time travel. So it's just like if he gets that knowledge that he's actually grandfathering time travel, wouldn't he actually be you know what I mean? Like, was she responsible for the
it's
accident? We don't ever
possible.
really know any of
It's
that.
possible. So you're saying maybe her older self went back into. I don't know. I don't know. But no, no, I don't think that's
No,
what
I
happened.
just think that at that moment in time,
But then it wouldn't make sense, no, because the what so what older Adam says, everybody has a fixed point or a fixed timeline, because younger Adam actually asked a really really good question, to which Ryan Reynolds' older version gives a really complicated answer, to where I was just like, all right, you lost me, went over my head,
mhm,
but they were basically saying, Annie, calm down. He basically said, young Adam says, wait a minute. Do you remember this happening? Because if it's happening to me at 12, do you
right.
remember this happening to you? And to which he says no, because at one point, because everybody has their fixed moment. And when you move from there, you kind of blur like consciousness and memories. I don't know. Honestly, I couldn't remember the answer. But what I was saying was because everybody has the fixed point, at Maya's fixed point, which is what's supposed to be 2018, right? I think that's when. Is that when does the father pass? Because they go to 2018 to see him, but it never. I don't think it says
It
because
never. He at the point where they're in
wait,
2022, he
2022
died
is a
a
year
year and
removed.
a half
Removed.
before.
Okay, so he dies in about somewhere in 2018, late 2018,
Yes.
depending on where they are in 2022. If they're late 2022, it could be 2 years
So
or
when they go visit him in 2018, he
yeah,
passes just
right.
right shy. Yeah.
But
So
the
that's what I'm.
Maya, what I'm trying to think of, the Maya of then morally wouldn't have done that.
We don't know. That's
Maybe.
what I'm saying. The movie is very clunky in
No,
some.
it's a good theory, and I was thinking of it while I was watching the film. It is a good theory, but now that I'm thinking about, I think the confrontation between her and her older self was to show us just how far removed she is in the future, and just
And that's
how
what I was saying. It's very watery because are they showing us because they alluded to him dying of a car accident, and right there and there I'm like, oh, she's responsible of his car accident, and then towards the end they're showing us that she's a different person
yeah.
than how she was.
No,
You know what
that's
I mean?
no, that's a good that's a
Yeah.
good yeah. How'd you, and I know because you're a Zoe fan, how'd you feel about that scene where, she's basically sacrificing herself to
First
give
of all,
Ryan Reynolds more time.
that was amazing. But first of all,
Yeah.
when they were like in the backyard fighting,
Yeah, I loved it.
and then all of a sudden something just comes out, just starts kicking ass. I'm like,
Yeah.
is that Zoe? Is that
Yeah.
Zoe? Oh, I had like goosebumps because she's
Yeah.
just so freaking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
loved it. And how crazy was she basically stayed there for like almost pretty much 4 years. He's like, wait, you waited 4 years for me? She goes, I knew you would come at one point. So
Yeah.
yeah, again, we can go on and on about this show, but this movie, but this movie was really good. And I expected to like it because of Ryan Reynolds and because of what I knew what the show was about or the movie was about loosely, time travel and whatever. But the elements that we had talked about, the emotional elements, but the other elements that were referenced or, had somewhat of DNA of Star Wars and Back to the Future just made me love this movie even more.
Well, you know what I also thought was really cool? So as I'm watching it, because you know how like in Endgame you had Mark Ruffalo's Bruce Banner and the Hulk doing the whole time travel thing, and
Yeah,
he's explaining
yeah,
time travel,
yeah,
and then we have him we have him over here
yeah.
explaining time travel, and I'm just like, oh, this is just such a cool thing. I
It
just
would
love
have
it.
been funny if he would have done his when he was Professor when he was Smart Hulk and he was
Mhm.
trying to figure out whatever with Ant-Man. He goes time travel. I loved that scene. I loved his humor in that. But yeah, honestly, that's another thing I didn't even think of. I thought of, oh wow, Deadpool, the Hulk, and Gamora are in a movie together,
Yeah,
but I didn't even dawn on me to correlate the whole time travel and thing from Endgame. But that's actually pretty funny too.
yeah.
Yeah, no, guys, if you haven't seen this film, please go watch it. And it would be weird that you were watching a spoiler review before you saw this film. But look, it's on Netflix. If you have Netflix, just sit down and watch it. It's quick. It's not even 2 hours. What is it? An hour and 30 something minutes?
I think, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Where's the runtime? They usually say it. Oh, an hour and 46. All right. Whatever. I was off by 10 minutes or whatever. An hour and 46 minutes, but it doesn't feel it. Um, Again, as I said earlier, I want to make sure. Yeah, it's Walker. I think I kept saying Walter. Actually, I think I don't know. I'm sorry if I did. I might have said Walter,
For
like
what?
for the kid. Did I say Walker or I say
I
Walter?
don't. I don't think you said his name.
Yeah, earlier when we talked about young Adam.
I don't know.
All right, so Walker Scoble is his name.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
and
adorable.
like I said, his performance as young Adam is great. Ryan Reynolds is great as always, and I enjoyed all the other characters as well. Kitty, I do want to thank you for braving the loss of an hour's sleep, coming on early on a Sunday morning. I appreciate it. Obviously, when you guys watch this, it'll be later in the evening. We just wanted to record this, and then we can still talk to you guys in the live chat later. Hopefully, you're there. Hopefully, you've seen this, and if you haven't, please go ahead and do so. It's a great film and highly recommended. Kitty, I'll see you soon. I know we have our Scream spoiler review planned for Friday, but who knows if anything pops up in between. But enjoy your day. And guys,
Thank you, Joe.
everybody enjoy your Sunday, and I'll see everybody really soon.
Talk to you later. Bye, guys.
Bye.